All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family. My friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles.
Oh god.
I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A dead left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
So,
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me. That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Ah, 1 point.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Eat
I bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
don't get in my way!
This one's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah? Totally to me. No further.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Here I come! You're mine!
Make it rain!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Lightning Meteor! That's my thing!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Photon!
It's almost
Split it open.
be my guest! It's over!
Now! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yep. Can't exact.
Okay.
Why?
Wah, ada juga.
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great, Jim.
Juga hunting. Fishing.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just what?
By the way, how is Mahavar doing?
The fuck's Mahal?
Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
they almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was? They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different. Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Radiant Megacore. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Workshop.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much? Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh my god. Yeah, babies. Or your friend.
Hmm? You're saying we should check... the Owl Forest?
Terrapin Fists.
Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Fuck is that? Shop.
Little help!
I'm not done! Going in! Swallow dance! Try harder! My turn!
Here goes!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Igneous, this time! If they rush you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Eagle Fly! I'm not did you hear it now? You're mine! Sword Lane Alpha! Piercing roll!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Take this! Be still! Here I come! Stardust!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malika!
Here I come!
Shield and mace!
Sword Lane Alpha! I'll tear you apart! You're mine! It's over! You're on! It's over! No! Can't get here!
Come on,
Ow. Oh shit. The Harlem's not in.
They really made us work for that one.
Ow! Take this! Sword Lane Alpha!
Now you see what I can do!
Instinct sharpened! Talon Hurricane! It's over! Inferno Punch! Crumble!
I'll stop it, Charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Sword Lane Alpha! I'm on a roll now! Win!
In here.
Your side!
More for the
Tear!
stockpile.
Hurricane Thrust!
Eat this.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Being interrupted. Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! It's over! Do it! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Benediction light.
Inferno Punch! Heal!
Sleep now.
Wind!
Photon
Come on! Eat dirt!
Now I'm in the groove.
Here I come! You're finished! Sword Rain Alpha! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
With this, I can become even stronger.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
What the
Shouldn't
fuck?
mess with me.
Nggak nyadar.
Can you take it? Swallow dance! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life. Resuscitation!
Far enough!
I owe you one.
Benediction light.
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Take this! Swallow Blade! Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha! Take this! More! Hey! Blow them away! Now! Tear! I'll tear you apart!
Here's the raging
Take
cat.
this! Take this!
Sleep now.
Sword Rain Alpha! It's showtime! More again! Sword Rain Alpha! I'm ready! Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Raging cascade.
Ready to tear you apart! You're mine!
I'll be saving this one.
I've been doing really great lately.
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Gue will.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I can carve through armor! That's freaking crushing block! Look how freaking does it! Here I come!
Benediction light.
Simian pet.
Sword Rain Alpha! Feel me where you stand! Take this! Eat dirt! Inferno Punch! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! On your now I'm in the groove!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Now I'm yeah, and the pummel is to me.
Denied!
Benediction light.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Resonate with the earth! You're mine!
Raging storm.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! There's always room for improvement. Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Not on my watch.
Suffer inside the arts of being interrupted.
I'm not this! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Swallow Blade!
Now I'm in the groove! Felt fine not too long ago.
Eat dirt!
Benediction
Here I
light.
come!
Armor won't save you!
Heal!
Eat this!
Take it! Hurricane! Sword Rain Alpha! Inferno Punch!
No further.
Stay away from my friends! Inferno Punch!
Raging cascade.
Take this!
Hurricanes come to an end.
I'll be saving this one.
You're ready to go! It's over! Slice!
More with that.
Is this it?
Shield it.
Raging storm.
Super Swallow Dance!
This one's mine.
First strike!
Lightning condemned. Thunderblade.
Going in. Far enough.
You're done! Super Swallow Dance! Talent Force! No, I won't give in! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! I'm on it! Talent Storm!
Astral energy!
Talent Hurricane!
Now!
Rinwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I lack the energy for healing arts.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Better get everything ready for tomorrow.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was Astral Arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Poodle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
The ball. What?
clean through. Pieces! Attack time! Here I go!
Shining Supernova!
Too slow! Super Swallow Day! I'll finish you here and now! In a bind?
Tempest Swirl!
First strike! Begin!
Super Swallow Day!
Now I'm in the groove!
Lightning
Death
Orb!
Blossom! All good things come to an end.
Dragon Shield!
Burn! Swirl Blade!
Benediction light.
Double Demon Fang!
Super
Super Swallow Day! All mine! I'm on it! You're watching! Instinct sharpened! Now I'm real mad!
Lightning
That's enough!
Super Swallow! Lightning Dragon Thunderblade!
Dance on the wind! Super Swallow Day! On your knees! Talon
Tempest Swirl!
That freaking does it! Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear! Inferno Punch! I'll finish you here and now! I really know you want. I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
Apa ya?
Benediction light.
I'm on it! Talon Storm! Not today!
Tempest Swirl!
I'll end you!
Here I come!
Super Swallow Dance! Negative Rising Wyvern! Resonate with the earth! Watch it! Soaring Light Spear! I'm on it! Dragon! Here I come! Death Blossom! Stardust!
Thunderblade!
You're on! Super Swallow Dance!
Benediction light.
Talon Heat! I'll finish you here and now! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Rising Wyvern! Now! Dueling! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a lot.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Rising Cascade!
Super Swallow
In
Dance!
here! I'll be saving
Resonate
this
with the
one!
earth! Eat this!
Be careful, everyone. One isn't normal.
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
More for the Starfire!
Talon
Lightning
Storm!
Blade!
Rising Falcon! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Raging
I'm on it!
Cascade!
Begin! Super Swallow Dance!
Dance in the wind!
Hitting Pile Driver!
Air thrust!
Electric Wall! Watch it! I can carve through armor! Here I come! What is this? Hey, you okay?
I can still do this.
First strike!
I owe you one.
Now I'm in the groove! Far enough!
In here! I'll be
Swallow
saving
this!
this
Sword Blade Alpha! Blow away! All good things come to an end. That's
I'll
the
be
spot.
saving this one!
Strike!
More where that came from!
Rising Wyvern! That does it! Dragon Storm! Next! I'm on it!
Dance in the wind! In here! I'll be
Super
saving
Swallow
this one!
Dance! Demon
I'm
Fang!
just getting
Double
started.
Demon Fang!
Now!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Lightning Contest!
I'm not done! Take this!
Too much to
Elusive
handle.
Deity! Super Swallow Dance! I'm just getting started!
Shining
I'm ready!
Supernova!
Swallow Dance! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Nothing gets by
Not
me.
today!
Negative gate!
Resonate with the air.
Are those arms even casserole? Raging casserole!
In the groove!
Blow them away!
Lightning condemned!
Slash!
Thunder blade!
Eat this!
Here I come!
Super strong!
Lightning orb!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dance in the wind!
Let me free you.
I'm ready! Ridwell!
Demon's descent!
Flashing fang!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Ah. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you bitch.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Let me free you of your power. A new melody.
Raging cascade!
I'll run you through!
Sleep now!
First strike! Super swallow dance!
Not today!
Everlasting darkness! I'm on a roll now! Negative gate! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Take this!
Raging cascade!
Talon storm!
Dragon
Seal!
form!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Benediction.
First strike!
Finish it!
Go release! Take! Blow them away! Slash! Begin! I'll smash you!
Dance
Don't
in the
let me
wind!
get the word.
Here!
Finish this! Engulf
More
you!
for the stockpile!
Take this!
Benediction light.
Lightning orb!
Denied!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Denison!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Whoa!
There it is. That's our target.
Gotta break through!
I'm on it!
Dance
In a vine!
Seal!
Burning drive!
More for the
Raging
storm! More where that came from!
Not today!
Now I'm in the groove!
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Not on my watch!
I'm ready!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Resonate with the earth.
You're wide open! Super swallow dance!
I've been doing really great lately.
Let's see what you've got.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Go past flat!
Armor won't save you!
I'll be saving
Watch
this
this!
Raging storm!
Take it!
Where will
Take
that
it!
came from? Raging cascade!
Talon storm!
Seal!
Let's see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that. Being interrupted. Dragon shout! Burn!
Light after raging cascade!
Did you hear it now? No, I won't give in. I'm on it. Dragon shout! Death blossom! Into everlasting dark. Negative gate.
With this, I can become even stronger.
What is this?
What is this?
Money. Okay.
Whoa!
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
Yep, Mr. Did.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones. So deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know. But the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on. Are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Again, adiós. Aqui stage.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city.
Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renan trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
You piss. Oh my god, mate.
Go no further!
I'm on it! Super Swallow! This one's mine!
One last ready!
Eating pile driver! Be still!
It's a duel of the arts!
Ready and ready! Super Swallow's right! Being put on a roll now! Resonate with the earth!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Now you see what I can do! I'm ready! Go ahead! Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Except
Can't get out of this! Do it! Talent Storm! Crush! I'll grind you into dust! I'm on it! You're done! Begin!
Raging Storm!
Yukara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! We can really make weapons with this?
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
Hi, Hoodle!
Eat this! This one's mine! I'm on it! I'll run you through! Here I come! Again! I'll grind you into dust! Talent Storm! Take it! Watch it!
Here goes!
I'm on it! Hitting first strike!
Light after
Be
light
still!
with that
Swallow again! Rising Talent
leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Not today!
I'll be saving this one.
Super Swallow Kick! Demon Sword! I can carve through walls! Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world.
Hurricane! Rinwell! Heaving Descent! Flashing Fang!
So, did you like my boost art?
Yeah, it was off the charts!
Go no further!
First strike! Take this! Talent War! Elusive
Not
Deity!
in your dreams!
Here I do it! Rotating pile drive! Rising Wall again! Talent Hurricane! Now negative two! Resonate with the earth! Now! Heaving Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Watch this! Talent Hurricane! Inferno Punch! Rising Wyvern! Shattering This one's mine!
Your blade moves like silk.
Leave the enemy's
Just
arc
let
to
my
me!
instincts take over.
No place here! I'm surrounded!
Dance in the wind! Now! Frozen
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
I'm even stronger than before.
What's with that shining foe over there?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I can carve through
Rising
armor!
Wyvern!
Talon Storm!
Raging Storm!
Watch
Is
this!
it hot? Just back
I
down
will ensure
again.
you survive them.
Raging Storm!
This one's mine!
Ready!
Benediction light.
Double Demon Fang! Watch it! Super Spinwell! Demons descend! Flashing fang! Easy!
Way to go!
I'll finish you here and now! Back in their defense! I'm ready!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Benediction light.
Eat this!
Rising Wyvern!
Now you see what I can do! Watch this!
Shining Supernova!
Super
Now!
Outlet! In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Everyone hanging in there?
What is this?
Right, here goes!
Raging Cascade!
You perform! Here I come! It's over!
Begin! Super Swallow Dance!
They look weak stuff, but they're vicious.
Watch this! Death Blossom! In a bind? First strike! You're done! Super Swallow Dance! Grind you into dust!
We're in the hot stretch,
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Watch
waltz.
this!
You're mine! You're finished!
Anything in armor is all dynamite! First strike!
Now,
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
I've still got a ways to go.
Oh.
They got me flanked! Eat this! Super Turbo Dance! Elusive Deity! Radiating Cloud Driver!
It's time
I'm on
to
it!
see you.
Talon Storm!
Shining Supernova!
Oh, that's you!
Alright, it's showtime!
The enemy feels
We'll soon see about that.
Swallow Dance! Talon Hurricane!
One more time!
This one's mine.
Now,
Spinwell! Demons Descend! Flashing Fang! Easy!
way to go!
Rising
Eat
Wyvern!
this! I can carve through armor!
Rising Falcon!
I'm on it! Talon Watching Shot Breaking does it! In a bind? Oh! Now I'm real mad! I'm on it! Super Swallow Dance! Seismic Rupture! Engulf you! Super Swallow Dance! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here I come!
Talon Storm! Elusive Deity!
Let's go!
We managed to pull through. I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
Well, welcome to Trop.
Coming through. Come and face me.
There you go.
Feel like
Watch it.
Lightning orb! Get on in there with the other.
Swallow dance.
Up and out. Let's go!
Split it open.
Be my
ready.
guest.
Dohalim,
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Anything in armor is all mine. Dragon form.
Now!
Goodwill. Demons descend. Flashing fang.
Hold on to your arms.
Blazing wyvern.
Light activation!
Now I'm in the groove.
Now!
Outfit. In an instant.
Impact claw.
Hey! Anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Go no further!
Armor won't save you.
What would I do without you? Not in your dreams!
Super swallow dance. You're on a roll now. Super swallow dance. I've let you all down.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Photon
Resuscitation.
Too fast!
Stand back.
I'll trip it up.
No armor
Not
can
today.
stop me.
Remind me to stand here.
Finish it. Goodwill. Demons descend. Flashing fang.
Easy! Way to go!
Storm.
Being interrupted.
Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
I'll finish you here and now.
Let's get you all tucked away.
Talon hurricane.
Hold on to your arc.
Blossom.
Dohalim,
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rindo Special.
Anything in armor is
Courteous, aren't you?
all mine. Talon storm.
You're mine. This one's mine.
Lightning descent!
Super swallow dance.
Here I come. Demon Fang.
I'm like bait to them. I'm on a roll
I've been hit
now.
with something.
Now you
So
see
even
what
a
I can do.
masochist has limits.
No feeling so great. Let me free you of your
I'll finish you here and now. Demons descend. Flashing fang. Easy.
Way to go!
Eat this. Rising storm. Soaring light spear.
Steel.
Super swallow dance. Talon storm.
Benediction light.
You're done.
Radiant
Talon
Genesis!
ready to go.
Rising
That's
rocket.
awesome.
Get on in there!
Dragon
together.
swarm. Pierce
I'm
through.
on it. I'll run you through. Catapult. Talon hurricane. Dohalim. Hey. Blow them away.
Piston.
I'm ready! Soaring blast!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Could have been worse.
Hey, when did I get so popular? Eat this!
Not today.
Don't mind if I do!
Dig in! Catapult! Severing wing!
No further.
Get blossom!
You're mine.
Far enough!
Dragon swarm.
I'll Kitara!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the
Too
wind!
slow!
Rising wyvern.
On your knees! I can carve through armor! I'll finish you here and now!
One at a time!
I'm ready!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
You're mine.
Kitara frozen!
Hammer! You're wide open!
Lightning orb!
Negative Resonate with the Swarm! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Dance in the wind!
Rising wyvern. Soaring light spear. Dohalim. In an instant. Impact claw.
So still had room to grow.
Bisa mega squall.
This'll make... us even more formidable.
Of course. Saya besi. Nice.
Got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even...
Hi, Hoodle!
Come and get it! Not today!
Feel!
Forgive me. This is my...
First strike! Talon Storm! Begin! Now I'm in the glue! I can carve through armor!
On guard!
No further!
Going in!
I'm on it! I'm just getting
Denied!
Hero Day! Eat this! Talon Storm!
Raging Storm!
Super Storm Day! Negative Storm!
Another incantation ruined.
Going in!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
My head's spinning just watching you!
I'm ready! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Super Swallow! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Take this!
What is it, Hoodle? You want to go back?
Animal intuition, perhaps?
Watch camp. Should be camp. Fun. Here. What the fuck's that? Come back.
I'm impressed. how well balanced this thing is. I always love the sound. Sound of ham. Just banging away.